I'd like to call the meeting to order. Will the city clerk please do the roll call?
Yes, first we will start with that I'm announcing that Mayor Kevin Bash is teleconferencing in for Just Cause. Councilmember Bash, is there anybody under the age of 18 in your?
No.
No? What? Or over 18, excuse me. That would be the one that we need to know.
Well, my wife's in the other room.
Okay, as long as they're not in the room with you, we're good. And I'll go ahead and take roll. Councilmember Sullivan?
Present.
Councilmember Bowen? Here. Councilmember Bash?
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Grummeyer? Here. Mayor Newton?
Here.
Thank you, all present.
Thank you. We're going to move into the reorganization of the city council. And this will be for election of mayor. And I'll ask for a motion to elect a new mayor.
Motion to elect Robin Grunmeyer.
Second.
Motion, and then Robin, and please vote.
Was here, then went away. Oh, there it is.
Councilmember Bowen, I can take yours. Okay. Okay, I can do that. Councilmember Sullivan? Yes. Councilmember Bowen? Yes. Councilmember Bash?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Grummeyer? Yes. Mayor Newton?
Yes.
Motion passes unanimous for Councilmember Robin Grummeyer as mayor.
Congratulations, Robin.
All right, at this time, we will take a motion to elect our Mayor Pro Tem. Any motion for Mayor Pro Tem?
Motion to nominate Greg Bowen.
Okay.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to have Greg Bowen as Mayor Pro Tem. So we will take our vote.
Please vote. Want me to do it? Thank you. Councilmember Sullivan?
Yes.
Councilmember Bowen? Yes. Councilmember Bash?
Yes.
Mayor Grummeyer?
Yes.
Councilmember Newton?
Yes.
Motion passes unanimous as Mayor Pro Tem, Councilmember Greg Bowen.
All right, thank you. All right, so Councilmember Newton, can you please join me at the front podium? Sure. All right, Mr. Mayor, former past mayor. We have a couple of presentations for you, as is practice for the city of Norco. So the first thing we're going to do is present you with your gavel.
Thank you.
So this gavel was the one that you used during your term as mayor, in which you led significant actions and initiatives for our community. I hope that you display it proudly and that it commemorates your dedication to the city of Norco.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And nobody ever was hit or smacked with that gavel, so that's a plus as well. So tonight we are going to continue with the tradition of giving the mayor the boot. There's some good stuff in here. So the boot was started several years ago, and it's filled with notes of gratitude and fond memories from your fellow council members and city staff. And this boot is kept in the council office for us to pass down as people finish their terms as mayor. When we look at the boot, it's to say thanks, but not goodbye, and it's fitting for Horsetown, USA, as it is a boot. So my note will be in there shortly. It's not quite in there yet. But I do want to thank you for your service and leadership to the service of Norco and all you've done during your year of service. It was a rough start. We've gone through a lot this year, and you handled it well and professional as always. And again, thank you for all you've done. Thank you for your support of city staff and always being our resident expert on land use and all things construction. You've done a great job this year, and I know you've handled a lot, and it's been somewhat stressful. For those of you that maybe know or don't know, Norco's got a lot of really big items that we've just been handling, whether it's the RTRP or, you know, there's just a laundry list of things for a city our size. And being mayor, it's a full-time job, but we aren't full-time council members. So it's a lot of time and effort that's required to do this work. And Greg has certainly done a wonderful job stepping up to the plate to do that. So, Mr. Mayor, I'm officially giving you the boot.
Thank you.
And at this time, I would like to call up the other council members to the dais to give a few comments about Mayor Newton, if you would. And while we're waiting for them to come up, Kevin's right at his microphone already. So, Councilmember Bash, would you like to start us off, please?
Greg, you have been an absolutely outstanding mayor where it counted most. You just get better and better every time you do this. As a resident of Norco, I really appreciate what you do. As Robin said, land use and construction, you're my go-to guy. But a lot of people I don't think understand that Norco would not look the way it looks had it not been for your efforts over the last few years. And this year as mayor, you have literally been awesome, and I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Greg, I just want to thank you so much. You have been a really good leader and have shown me a lot on what it takes in a leadership role. And I've learned a lot about construction of all sorts of things, well outside the scope of anything that I have dealt with. And the knowledge that you bring is unbelievable, and your attention to financial matters and the budget is amazing. So thank you so much.
Well, Greg, we have a lot in common. We have the first name.
Great.
And that's about as far as it goes. I wish that I could serve the same way you have, watching you all these years. And everybody that's on the council is like the A-team. I mean, Robin, Kevin, you, and oh, absolutely, we're in the same boat. We're newbies. But just the camaraderie between the five of us with your leadership, I've learned so much just watching you and listening to you. And it's hard to put in words. and how much this city owes you. And being on the council for the first time and seeing everything you do and how hard you work at it, it's, people don't realize it. I mean, thank you. You're welcome, buddy. So much. All right. Appreciate it. Thank you.
So, Mr. Mayor, if you would mind giving a few words.
Well, good evening. Thank you, Madam Mayor. As far as the financial aspect, very simple. Squeeze the nickel tight enough so the buffalo squeals. I know it. It's, was, as my colleagues have stated, that it's a full-time job. It's 7 days a week. And I'm happy to have that burden off my shoulders momentarily. This year started off pretty rocky. When we lost Norpa, Deputy Corlew, Larry Eckhoff, and then here recently, Casey Warren. So I think that wears on all of us. On the opposite, it was staff, incredible staff, hardworking. We had some major achievements, Sam. Infrastructure improvements. I think one of the biggest is the completion of 2nd Street from Hamner to River. Big time out of the way. Amanda, Pikes Peak Park. And then finally, the challenge this last year was the lobby renovation. And to see that complete, I think that's all good. Couldn't do it without the support of colleagues. Couldn't do it without the support of staff. So I also want to address my family and friends for their support. So I'm going to leave my colleagues with this. During this past year, if I've ever offended you, work on it so I don't have to do it next year. Thank you.
Now, that's great.
All right, and with that, we're officially giving Mayor Newton the boot. He's out of here. Well, and if anybody knows what a buffalo sounds like when it squeals, please let me know or send me a video, because I didn't know that was possible. So, ladies and gentlemen, with that, we are going to be adjourning to closed session. So at this time, we're going to ask the city attorney to read our closed session items.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Going into closed session on conference with legal counsel, anticipated litigation, 2 potential cases.
All right, thank you. We will be adjourning to closed session. We'll be back at 7. Reconvene the session again. I apologize for our delay in starting. At this time, we're going to have the attorney give a report of items from closed session.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Two potential litigation cases. On one case, council voted 5-0 to authorize the attorney to initiate litigation on a CFD delinquency. On the second potential case, there was no reportable action.
All right, thank you, sir. At this time, we will have everyone rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. We're going to have Mayor Pro Tem Bowen lead that, and then remain standing for the invocation with Chaplain Ball.
Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, Chaplain, if you'll go ahead and come forward, please.
Merry Christmas, everybody. In light of the holiday season that's upon us right now, I want us to reflect, even though I know we all have our personal beliefs, but I believe in Christianity, okay? Faith, hope, and charity are virtues that I hold dear to my heart. And I think in this time, in this season, we really need to think about other people. One of the greatest gifts that God gave us is the love of God, and to spread that through holiday cheer with visiting an individual, with helping an individual, but remembering people. And we all had people that passed on that we know they're not going to spend Christmas with their family this year, and we need to keep that in mind and keep them in our prayers. I want to say thank you to the city of Norco. They've always been a blessing to me. Mayor, thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you to all the council members here, everybody here in this community that serves. One of our mottos is service above self, and everybody here does that today, even the people that are here for change in Norco. But I just wanted to reflect on that in this holiday season, and I wish the best for the city of Norco and for the year to come. May God bless this city, and I really believe that we are a light on the hill in Norco. We are special. We are different, and we are God-fearing people. So I just wanted to just reflect on that today. Let us pray. Heavenly Father, as we gather for the city council meeting during the special Christmas season, we offer our thanks for the gift of this city and the leaders you have placed in possession of authority. We pray for your divine guidance as the council discusses matters before them tonight. Grant them wisdom to make decisions that are just, fair, beneficial for all citizens, especially for those who are most vulnerable. Help them to be guided by the spirit of Christmas, a spirit of generosity, compassion, and goodwill. May their work be characterized by a desire to serve the common good, putting the interests of the community above all else. Bless the interactions between the members and foster an environment of open-mindedness and mutual respect. May they be able to listen to one another and to voice the community, uniting in fruitful and constructive outcomes. Bless all those who are part of this community this Christmas. Help us to share in joy and peace that this season brings, and to live as good neighbors and recognize the image of God in every person. We offer this prayer in the spirit of love and service. In Christ's holy name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain, for being here this evening for our invocation. At this time, we're going to have a presentation from the Norco College Choir, and we're going to have a few words from Malcolm Hawks.
Can everybody hear me in the room okay? It feels a little awkward to go behind to a microphone when you're all facing this very direction. To say we are the Norco College Chamber Singers. If you've driven up along down Hamner Avenue and past the college up on 3rd Street, that is our home base. A lot of folks don't know that we have a really bustling music department over there. As we said, I'm Malcolm Hawks. Standing in for Kim Cameron, our director, this evening. Kim Cameron is recovering from surgery this evening, so your thoughts and prayers are greatly appreciated for his speedy recovery. hop by anytime on campus. We've got so much going on musically, and we want to bring you a little bit of that Christmas cheer here tonight. Thank you very much. Carol the bells, y'all. Let's go. Thank you. So over at Norco College, and one of my personal philosophies is that I think everyone can sing, and I think everyone should sing. So how many of us know Jingle Bells? Hopefully most of us. Would you like to join us in singing Jingle Bells? Because I would love it if we could get this whole room rollicking a little bit. All right?
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to
to you soon. Thank you so much. Thank you, council.
All right, thank you guys for being here. Wonderful job. Merry Christmas. Can we give them one more round of applause as they head out, please? Thank you again. All right. It's always fun to have special guests here and to entertain us. So with that, on to our regular business. We'll start with our council reports on regional boards, and we will be starting with Councilmember Bash.
Thank you. Nothing to report.
All right, and thank you. And for those of you that were not here earlier, Councilmember Bash is online because he is a bit under the weather today. So moving on to Councilmember Sullivan.
December 10th, I attended the RTA Budget and Finance meeting, and it was business as usual. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember, or Mayor Pro Tem Bowen.
Nothing to report, but I would like to thank the staff and all the volunteers for the Christmas parade and the party after. You guys, it was amazing how many people were in the parade watching. And it just, watching everybody jumping through hoops at the beginning of it. Amanda, all your staff's phenomenal. And all the volunteers were just phenomenal. Horse Week, everybody. And the Horsemen's Association, you name it. I'm not gonna name everybody, but it was just watching everybody jump through hoops because so many people there, the sheriff department, the fire department, everybody. I mean, 100%. And it had every potential having chaos because of so many people entering it and so many people there. I don't think I've ever seen that many people at the parade. I could be wrong, but there was a lot. And it went smooth. And that has everything to do with the staff and the volunteers. So thank you guys again. And it was a blast. Thank you.
All right, thank you. I have nothing to report this evening, and we'll finish up with Councilmember Newton.
Thank you, Mayor. December 4th, we had our monthly Board of Directors meeting for the Chino Basin Desalter Authority. Most of the meeting was going over financials, and our water well production is running at about 104 to 106% of allocation, which means that all wells are producing. So with that, that's all I have.
All right, thank you. Nope, we got it. All right, so next up on the agenda is going to be our public comments. I'm going to go ahead and call upon the city clerk at this time.
Thank you, Mayor. This is the time when persons wishing to address the presiding governmental body regarding the consent calendar, legislative matters, or items within the subject matter jurisdiction of the legislative body. Please submit a speaker card to the meeting clerk. Please limit comments to 3 minutes or less. The Ralph M. Brown Act limits the governmental body's ability to respond to comments on non-agendized matters at this time such comments are made. The governmental body shall not discuss or act relative to any general public comment. Our first speaker is Manuel Rivera.
Good evening, Mayor, Council. First of all, I'd like to start out by saying I love the parks here. They're clean. The restrooms are clean. They're lit. And I would also like to thank the lieutenant for being down to earth and just taking time to listen. There's a problem going on at Pikes Peak Park, and it's the e-bikes and the disrespect from the teenagers, okay? And I hate to stand up here like an old man, a grumpy old man, but I turned into a grumpy old man. I'm glad I did. But it's a real safety hazard. These bikes are going well 20, 30 miles an hour, and they have already hit people walking around the track. And I think, because I know the law enforcement's busy, but if someone was to go through, just in plainclothes, and walk through the park with their dog or whatever, I guarantee you, you'll pick up 2 of them within 10 minutes, just like the lieutenant did when she was talking to us. It's a problem. Someone's going to get hurt. They're going to hit a toddler. And I know that it's posted on all entrances to the park, okay? I walk my dog twice a day. He's on a leash. I pick up his poop. I follow the law, and I think that these kids, I think their parents should be responsible. We don't have a kid problem, we have a parent problem. That's what we have. And I think that maybe if their bikes were confiscated and their parents have to come and pick it up, and I know for a fact that if I drove my parents or my children drug me into court, paid a fine or whatever, that'll be the last time. So that's about all I have to say. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, sir, for your comments.
Our next speaker is Josh Autry.
Good evening, Council. Thanks for meeting with us today. First of all, I'm well aware that no decisions are going to be made today about the JD Ranch Jalopy property, but this has been a topic of concern for a while. I know you guys are taking the minutes, so I felt the need to continue to weigh in on this during public comment today. So I just spoke last week during the Planning Commission meeting, and I made lots of claims about the plans. I claimed that the decisions for zoning changes, seemingly unbalanced property changes, and smaller lot sizes for more properties were all just a money grab. After that, Mr. Jalopy himself got up and explained that his family is old and tired and just wanting to get this finished. He also explained that this is not the family's core business and that they're not a family of developers. Then he used terms like ownership group. Okay, so which is it, an old tired family or a group of investors? Either way, to me, the answer doesn't matter. The well-being, happiness, and urgency of one family or group should not have any weight on our entire city, the city's well-being, or the city's well-being. We should be assessing what's best for the city and the progression of our way of life. Now, the ambiguity in the text of the plans and the non-existence of the equestrian aspects of the properties, even though they promise to have equestrian accommodations, makes me very uneasy. This is what leads to my distrust in the project, distrust in the project leaders, and my refusal to yield on my stance of maintaining half-acre lots. Quite frankly, every time I look into this and talk to other residents, I don't see anything that aligns with our town or is even desired by our town. Of course, widening River Road would be awesome, but not at the cost of adding a 4th lighted intersection in the small stretch from Bluff to Corydon. Mr. Jalopy also stated that at that meeting that the Bluff Trail is the #1 missing trail link in the city of Norco. He also started that statement by saying, correct me if I'm wrong. Well, I'll say it, you're wrong. I live in that neighborhood, and I have asked every equestrian I come into contact with if this matters to them. I have yet to find a single one. Now, what exactly are we connecting with these trails anyways? He said Bluff to Vine, but those streets intersect, so that doesn't really make sense. And if it goes beyond Bluff, well, that's the end of Norco. Property is right on the edge of the city, so progressing it beyond that is impossible unless Eastvale suddenly wants to add horse trails to their cookie-cutter tract home city. But to get away from his words and to look at the plan, it appears the proposed trail will run down River Road from Sundance to Bluff, then up Bluff to Vine. Missing link? Sure, but no one cares. There's already trails that run behind those streets. My kid rides those trails with our neighbor after he's done in the arena at Ted Brooks. This is a classic situation of a created problem. They created a problem that didn't need solving. Now back to those cookie-cutter cities like Eastvale. Let's dive into Mr. Jalopy's history, who's responsible for a significant portion of that development in Eastvale. But not just Eastvale. Harupa Valley, Temecula, Ontario Ranch, Chino, and Chino Hills. Mr. Jalopy takes credit for over $3 billion covering over 17,000 lots. My source for all these stats is directly from his personal bio, listed on the Hoffman Company website, of whom he's partnered with. I'll be quick. It also states that he's got decades of experience in land brokerage and development advisory. Okay, we're getting smooth with the words here. He came before us and told everyone that he's not a developer, but his employment bio says he's a development advisor. Okay, not a direct lie, but taking part in a wordplay game of semantics will also increase my mistrust. Now, I can't speak for every town on that list that he had a hand in developing, but I grew up in Chino. From the time that I was a kid, when there was lots of agriculture and dairies, to now, virtually none. Could Mr. DeLappe take some credit for that? Is that what we want for Norco? I personally don't. I miss the Chino I grew up in, and I don't want to miss
I'm gonna give
the
you
Norco
20
that my
seconds
children are
more.
growing up in. Hold strong on the zoning, half-acre lots.
Thank you.
Next speaker is Connie Fagerling.
Good evening. I also was at the Planning Commission meeting regarding the JD Ranch and was also a speaker. Recently I was asked by a friend of mine why I attend the meetings, and she said, you know, the council members are going to do whatever they want to do. And I said, well, that's true. I told her maybe I go to the meetings because I want to remind the council members as to why the residents of Norco elected them. We elected them to protect the city of Norco and to protect our equestrian lifestyle. Instead, all we hear is how the JD Ranch development is going to have a positive economic impact on the city of Norco, which currently has a budget surplus. During the commission meeting, it was also stated that property taxes would be increased due to this plan development. Little concerned about that. I have several neighbors. I live right down the street from Ted Brooks. So I have several neighbors who are retired, who've been living in these neighborhoods for 40 plus years, and reassessing their property taxes based on ADU compliances and so forth could have a huge impact on their ability to maintain their homes and be able to stay in them. I could even have the same problem. Again, we have to ask are the city employees exempt from these taxes? Why would you want to increase property taxes? During the Planning Commission, it was also stated that there was an issue raised about a pink color on a metal garage. Why are we worried about the color of a garage being painted when the city council members are considering exempting one property development from current regulations put in place to preserve the equestrian lifestyle for one property development that does not encourage an equestrian lifestyle? Doesn't make any sense to me. Now, these are quarter-acre properties. Nobody who has horses is going to be enticed to come live on a quarter-acre property. If the plan had some type of equestrian facilities on it, you might actually encourage some people who want to live on a quarter acre and have an arena available to them, et cetera. Because I know Ted Brooks is not going to be able to handle an influx of horses. I ride at Ted Brooks 5 to 7 days a week, and it's in relatively poor condition as it is. It could not sustain additional riding there at all. So, but at least it would give us some encouragement that they want to somewhat preserve the equestrian lifestyle. Thank you for your time.
Our next speaker is Tricia Autry.
First of all, please don't mind the sunglasses. I'm dealing with extreme light sensitivity, so please don't mind those. City Council, Mayor, my name is Tricia Autry. While I serve on Parks and Recreation Commission, tonight I'm speaking as a resident on Vine Avenue, someone who deeply values Norco's identity as a rural, small-town community with a strong equestrian atmosphere. I want to be very clear. I am opposed to the JD Ranch development as it is currently proposed, and I strongly urge the council to seriously consider alternative 2 in the coming months. I understand that no action is being taken on this item tonight. However, because these minutes will be reviewed and received later, I felt it was important to be here. If you have not already done so, I respectfully encourage you to watch the video of the Planning Commission meeting where JD Ranch was discussed. The written minutes do not fully capture the tone of that meeting, the depth of resident concern, or the thoughtful questions and reasoning shared that evening. I believe it is important for the council to truly hear the voices of the community. On February 5th, 2025, I stood before you, along 2 of my neighbors, to express concerns about speeding and traffic safety on Vine Avenue. Councilmember Bash made a motion to agendize a discussion regarding traffic and public safety concerns on Vine and other streets, and it was approved by all of you. Since that time, nothing has occurred. And now traffic is once again at the center of this conversation. According to the environmental impact report for the JD Ranch development, traffic impacts are described as significant and unavoidable. That language matters. A fourth traffic signal within a short stretch of River Road will create significant congestion. 63 homes at this location will significantly increase traffic on Vine Avenue and surrounding streets, which already are commonly used as cut-throughs for River Road. I want to be clear. I understand this property will be developed. I'm not opposed to the development itself. What I am asking is that we develop this land in a way that minimizes harm, protects safety, and remains aligned with Norco's core values. In February, the council acknowledged my safety concerns on Vine Avenue and committed to discussing them. Today, you now have an EIR confirming those concerns will only worsen if this project proceeds as proposed. As you consider this development, I ask you to remember the families who live on those streets, the children who ride bikes, the equestrians who depend on safe roadways, and the residents who choose Norco specifically for its rural character. Please consider the long-term implications for Vine Avenue, the Norco Bluffs, and our community as a whole. Please prioritize safety. Please protect what makes Norco, Norco. Thank you.
Our next speaker, Art Rodriguez.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I'm here to talk about the JD project, and I oppose to the project. We need to keep the lots at half acres in order to keep our equestrian lifestyle. If we don't, we're going to lose it. We're going to lose our lifestyle here. So please consider that. Thank you.
And our last speaker card, Bill Naylor.
Evening, Council. I'm going to change it up a little bit here, and I'm going to speak to 3F, which is our core value. And I really like what you guys are trying to do here on staff, but I would like you to consider one additional thing. Help protect our large lots. You know, it's hard to raise horses and such on smaller lots, and let's protect what we've got. So I think we need to maybe make an addition to what those core values are in there, because I think you've got some great core values, but let's see if we can't protect our large lots. Thank you.
Mayor, we have no further speaker cards.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you for those of you that took your time this evening to come and speak to the council. At this time, we're going to go ahead and move on to agenda item number 3. I'll go ahead and start by asking if any council members have items to be pulled from consent.
3D.
Okay. Councilmember Newton, item 3D. Any others? All right, I'll entertain a motion to approve the remaining.
Motion to approve.
Okay,
Second.
it's been moved and seconded. We'll go ahead and have our vote.
I'll call for vote. Councilmember Sullivan?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Bowen?
Yes.
Councilmember Bash?
Yes.
Mayor Grummeyer?
Yes.
Councilmember Newton?
Yes.
Motion passes unanimous. Thank you.
All right, thank you. We'll go ahead and move on to item number 4, which are those items that have been pulled from consent. Councilmember Newton?
Thank you, Mayor. On item 3D, this is in regard to the successor agency, and I don't have any issues with approval. Just some questions that I weren't able to address with staff before the meeting. So, Joshua, and one of our, obviously one of our responsibilities as council members is that we're also members of the successor agency. And so going through our recognized obligations and our enforceable obligations, to date, our outstanding obligation is just a little bit over $60 million.
Correct.
on the disillusionment of Redevelopment Agency. So going to the schedule, and this is where I got hung up, was on the recognized obligation schedule. When we get into the RPTTF, we're showing a negative of $163,632. If I'm looking at that correctly. It doesn't have a page number, I'm sorry.
Yes, that is a carryover from previous fiscal years. So essentially, the cash balances for the successor agency are broken up into various different buckets. The ROPS are counted into that particular fund, and the anticipated expenditures are then thrown into that mix. The offset of that is covered through the other funding sources, such as the rents and interest and bond proceed accounts, to cover in particular differences.
So does that, like with our next report, this was like through June 30th, 2024, will that work out? Will that go away, that negative, or do we?
It would work out over time as there is a potential surplus in one of the accounts that could hit in one particular fiscal year.
Okay, so retiring the obligation, and I'm just kind of stabbing at this, is, let's say, $6 million a year. So this obligation is going to go on for another 9 years, approximately?
Until 2036.
2036. So at that point, we know it'll work out.
Yes.
Right,
It would.
okay.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, I just couldn't get to that point where we were getting the negative 163.
Yeah, that is just, RPPTDF is more of the administrative account that is essentially utilized first, and then the other funds are then utilized to cover any differences, which is based on what the agency itself has anticipating coming in, which is any particular rents or interest.
Okay. So, and that non-admin, that doesn't affect our admin costs that we charge?
No.
For our portion of that? Okay. Is there any other comments you want to make on that resolution?
There was one small typo that we will be making as part of the official record,
Okay.
Properly reflecting the chairperson, and do apologize for that typo.
And with that, I'll go ahead and make a recommendation to move this item forward.
Thank you, Councilmember Newton. Is there a second? Second. All right, thank you. It's been moved and seconded. We'll take our vote.
I'll call vote. Councilmember Sullivan? Yes. Mayor Pro Tem Bowen?
Yes.
Councilmember Bash?
Yes.
Mayor Grummeyer?
Yes.
Councilmember Newton?
Yes.
Motion passes unanimous. Thank you.
All right, very good. We'll be skipping number 5. There's no legislative matters to be heard this evening, and moving on to number 6, which is our public hearing. So I'll be calling upon our city clerk to read the order of presentation, please.
Thank you, Mayor. Order of presentation for public hearing items, staff reports, and on the presentation, council questions of staff related to the presentation before them, open public hearing. We will have public comments. The public hearing will be closed, and it'll come back to the council for discussion and action.
All right, very good. We're ready for the staff presentation then. Thank you.
Hi, good evening, Mayor, council members. I'll be presenting the presentation regarding our successor agency transfer of real property. Currently, the successor agency holds title to 0.34 acres located along Lonesome Dove Court. On July 2nd, the successor agency adopted Resolution 2545, declaring that property exempt surplus land. specifically because it is to be maintained for governmental and agency use. Currently, it's part of our trail system. The parcel was not listed in the long-range property management plan when the dissolution happened. It has always been intended to continue to be used for governmental and public trail use. The successor agency is seeking authorization to convey title to the city. This will require the Riverside County Oversight Board approval, and then from there, it will go to the Department of Finance for their review as required for the transfer to become effective. This is the location of it. It's at the end of where Valley View ends, and on the other side, it's Lonesome Dove Court. Here's just where you'll see the trail connection through there. Under the Health and Safety Code, the successor agency may transfer properties used for governmental purposes. With this property, there's no compensation agreement required at this time, and this is exempt from CEQA guidelines. And with that, I request recommendation from the successor agency to adopt Resolution 2503, authorizing the transfer of the real property to the City of Norco for governmental use. Recommendation number 2 is to find the transfer exempt from CEQA pursuant to CEQA guidelines, and recommendation number 3 to authorize myself to execute the grant deed and all related documents subject to approval by the Riverside Oversight Board, as well as the California Department of Finance. And with that, I can answer any questions.
All right, thank you, Lizette, for the presentation. Does council have any questions of staff? I'll ask, oh, go ahead. Councilmember Newton?
Lisette, would this transfer, would it be more appropriate to speak to the trail on the transfer of real property, or wait to the next item, which is the acceptance of real property?
So right now, it's as the successor agency that you're approving to transfer it to the city. And then the second item, the item coming up is this as the city accepting that from the successor agency.
Then I'll wait to the following item.
All right, very good. Kevin, do you have any questions at this time?
I do not, thank you.
All right. All right, very good. With no other questions of staff, I'm going to go ahead and open up the public hearing. Public hearing is now open.
Mayor, we have no public comment on this item.
All right, very good. I'm going to close the public hearing. Go ahead and bring it back to council for discussion and action. So I'll start with Kevin. Kevin, do you have any discussion?
I do not, thank you.
Thank you. Thea? Greg? No. Greg? All right, I do not have any discussion either. I'll go ahead and accept. Quick question for the attorney. Is it 3 separate motions since there's 3 separate recommendations?
I think these 3 can all be done by one action.
Okay, just make one big combination.
Move the recommended action.
Okay, perfect. I will go ahead and move the recommended action from the report.
Second.
Thank you.
And I'll call for vote. Councilmember Sullivan? Mayor Pro Tem Bowen? Yes. Councilmember Bash?
Yes.
Mayor Grummeyer?
Yes.
And Councilmember Newton?
Yes.
Thank you. Motion passes unanimous. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. So we are going to move on to item number 7. And I'll go ahead and call upon the city clerk to read the order of discussion, please.
Order of presentation for discussion items, staff report of the presentation, council questions of staff, public comment, and council discussion and action following.
All right, perfect, thank you, Dana. So Lizette?
So as city council, for this transfer to be able to submit to the Riverside Overboard, we also need to have the city council accept the transfer. And this is the same location we just discussed. Again, under the Health and Safety Code, the agency may transfer the property for governmental purposes, and this is also exempt from CEQA guidelines. And we have the recommendations is recommendation 1, to find that acceptance of the property is exempt from CEQA. Recommendation number 2, adopt resolution 2576, accepting the transfer of the real property. And recommendation number 3 is to authorize myself or designate to execute the certificate of acceptance and complete the conveyance. And with that, I could answer any questions.
All right, very good. Councilmember Newton, questions of staff.
Okay, so Lonesome Dove Court is part of that commercial development that was originally built by Jacobson. And this is when Kathy Azevedo was on council, and then she requested that trail connection from Lonesome Dove Court down to Valley View. So the two-part question is this a maintained trail? And part of our trail system, is it maintained by the city? Or was this to be maintained by the developer in the early conditions when this development moved forward?
Currently, the first half of your question, whether it's maintained, it is maintained by the city through our contractual services. And for the second part, I would have to determine if the initial, I need to look that up, the agreement that was initially made.
I'm looking at Alma going, were we astute 15 years ago to put that condition on there? I don't recall. I don't either. So I don't know if we put that burden on the developer at that time. But presently, it is maintained by the city.
Correct.
Okay. That's all I had as questions, Mayor.
All right, thank you very much. Any other council members have questions of staff?
No.
Thank you, Kevin. So then we'll go ahead and public comment. Are there any public comments?
We have no public comment, Mayor.
All right, thank you very much. So then we will bring it back to council for discussion and action. I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to adopt resolution 2025-76.
All right, thank you. We'll call for the vote. Mr. Maker, the motion.
I'll revise my motion to move all the items forward.
Perfect.
I will call for vote. Councilmember Sullivan? Yes. Mayor Pro Tem Bowen? Yes. Councilmember Bash?
Yes.
Mayor Grummeyer?
Yes.
Councilmember Newton? Motion passes unanimous. Thank you.
Very much. So we will move on to item number 8. So we'll start with, which is council and staff communications. So any city staff members? Dana?
Just want to say thank you to Mayor Newton for a great year and my last year. And sorry, I'm going to miss out on you, Robin. At least I get one more meeting.
Yeah.
And just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. Thank you.
Thank you. Alma?
Yes. Mayor, members of the City Council, I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you for allowing me to serve the City of Norco for close to 27 years. I go away very thankful and grateful, and Norco will forever hold a special place in my heart. So thank you so much. Thank you to the citizens of Norco for allowing me also to serve them. And with that, may God bless the beautiful city of Norco, and thank you so much, council. And Merry Christmas. Thank you.
Thank you, Alma. Any other city staff? All right. Mr. City Attorney? No, Madam Mayor. All right, thank you. Lizette, City Manager?
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Thank you. And then Kevin, anything?
Nothing, thank you.
All right. Thea?
I just wanted to thank staff. This being my first year on council, I really gained a lot of insight into exactly just how much work that you guys all do, and I just wanted to thank you so much. And last weekend's Christmas extravaganza up at the Ingalls Event Center was amazing. I just wanted to thank you and to wish you all a very Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Greg? Oh, this one. I'm going to go down this way. Sorry. So I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to do about calling on you guys. Yeah.
Want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Want to thank staff for all your help this past year. Lisette, Amanda, and all your staff. The appreciation get-together yesterday was, you guys knocked it out of the park. The parade, I did learn never to ride with Lisette ever again. But you all did great, okay? It was very well run. Yeah, just once again, thank you for all your support. Appreciate it.
All right, Greg.
This one's for the fire chief. That button that's on the ATV for the bed, whenever Greg's on it, we need to disable it because we don't want to lose Fiat. But anyways, it was a great, I can't say enough about the parade. It was seeing everybody's faces out there. It was just amazing how many people were out. The weather was great. All the stars were aligned. Everything went perfect. And that has to do with each and every person out there, the sheriff, the fire department, the city, everybody. And that was a well-oiled machine. And there was a couple hiccups, and they fixed them so fast, it was pathetic. And it was a great day, a great night. So thank you guys again.
All right. I'll just echo what my colleagues have said. Again, the volunteers and folks that helped put on everything last weekend. And I hope, next week, city staff has a couple days to work and then a well-deserved break. But I know that several of you, it's 24/7. You don't get a break. So I'm hoping for good weather and that the Lord blesses us with no broken water lines or any other issues that our city staff need to take care of over break. Because again, you guys don't get time off. You're always on call and you're always there. So I'm wishing you all a restful and uneventful couple of weeks off here in the city of Norco. And again, thank you for everything that you guys all do to make everything run the way that it does. And Merry Christmas to everybody. And with that, we are at adjournment. I would like to adjourn the meeting in honor of Casey. Moment of silence, please. Meeting adjourned. Thank you. Merry Christmas, everybody, and Happy New Year.